Hi boys and girls, this is Arzu. Thanks so much for joining me for another lesson in the zones of regulation. Our last two programs that I shared with you were about us learning ways to label our feelings and emotions. So one of the stories that I shared with you first was today I feel silly and other moods that make my day. And in this book, we learned about a little girl and all the different things that happen for her and her different feelings about them. And we looked at the pictures and what kind of information we saw on her face, on her body, that helped us to figure out how she might be feeling and why certain things made her feel that way. We also read another book together on Monday when it rained, where we got to look really closely at different facial expressions, and we labeled how a child might be feeling based on what we see and why, what happened to make them feel that way. So the words that we learned were really important, because if we can understand and pay attention to how we're feeling and give it a name, it becomes a little easier for us to then do something about it. So for example, if I'm feeling restless or I'm feeling frustrated about something, once I recognize that that's how I'm feeling and I pay attention to the signs within me, then I can do something about it to change how I'm feeling so that I'm no longer as frustrated, or I'm not as longer upset about something or worried about something. So we're going to continue to talk about feelings and emotions. And one thing that's really important that I really want to stress here for you guys, I've learned that it's totally okay for us to have all of these feelings. So no matter what feelings we talk about, whether it's being mad or being worried or nervous or joyful or silly, all of those feelings are okay. And all of us have those feelings at different times. And it's not that one feeling is bad or another feeling is better. We might choose to want to stay in a feeling a little longer, or we may want to do something about it to change out of a feeling and to feel something different. So we have those kind of opportunities when we can really think about what it is we're feeling. It's totally normal to feel these feelings, you guys. Moms and dads, families, we all feel it. Grown-ups have these feelings as well. And it's really a part of who we are. It's a part of who you are. So it's something that we need to accept and understand and learn how we can control ourselves once we understand the feeling that we're having. That's the piece that's really important. So even though right now you guys may not have learned all the tools for helping yourself, if you're having a feeling that you don't like so much, that doesn't feel as good in you when you're having that feeling, you can always use these words to describe what it is you're feeling to a grown-up, and they can help you come up with some ideas about what you can do to feel a little differently. But I'm definitely going to be going over that with you as well in subsequent lessons down the line. But for today, since we did talk about the different emotions and we labeled them, I want to show you guys some pictures and I want to go through them with you. And we're going to organize these emotions. We're going to categorize them. We're going to sort them and put them into 4 groups here. And I'm going to just kind of shift the camera here a bit so you guys can see my wall. As you guys can see here, I have the zones of regulation up on my wall, and the zones of regulation is broken down into 4 colors. So we have our blue, our green zone, our yellow zone, and our red zone. And there are going to be certain feelings that we're going to group together and categorize under blue. We're going to group and categorize other feelings under green, and certain feelings under yellow, and certain feelings under red. And when we talk about the tools that we use are going to be the things that we do to help ourselves move through the spectrum of the zones, to go back and forth between different emotional states, as a way to help ourselves and to manage our feelings better. So how about we take a look at some pictures. I'm going to share some pictures with you guys, and I'll hold it up close to the camera for you, and you guys can tell me where it would all go. Let's see, guys. Pardon, I had a little interruption. Sometimes it happens when we're doing these Video recordings from home, during the shelter in place. Okay, I have my pictures down here. Now, I want to tell you guys what each color represents. So when we're talking about our blue zone is what we think about when we think of feelings like, I want to actually be able to show this to you guys. Our blue zone is a zone where we might be feeling maybe our energy's down, we're feeling a little sad, maybe we're feeling sick, we might be bored or really tired, kind of feeling sluggish and moving slowly. That's the blue zone. That's where we start here, down low. Now when we pick it up and go into the next zone, the green zone is pretty much, you guys, where I like to be. It's where most people like to be. It's not that you're up high here where everything is super duper good, but it's really right in the middle where things are kind of normal and they're okay. So let's think about some of the words where we can describe the feelings that we might have when we're in the green zone. So words like happy, when you're feeling very calm, when you're just feeling okay, pretty focused, it's easy for you to think and pay attention, and you feel really ready to learn. So this is a really great place to be, especially at school or when you're going to be learning. So we kind of want to be here in the green zone. Now the next zone that we're going to talk about, the yellow zone, has to do with feelings where your energy is not really going down, like when you're feeling kind of sad or sick or tired toward blue, but you're kind of getting amped up. So right here are feelings like frustration, feeling worried about something. Maybe you're feeling really wiggly or silly, kind of extra playful, very excited, or you feel like you're about to lose control a little bit. You're aware of that state. You haven't lost control yet, but you're beginning to feel kind of amped up and you can feel that you might be losing control. So those are the kind of things that fit in our yellow zone. And the last zone we're going to talk about is the red zone. Again, you guys, it's perfectly normal for all of us. We all do this. We all have feelings throughout these zones. All of the zones, all of the feelings are A-okay to have. Nothing, no judgment about it. But it's important for us to know where we are when we're having those feelings so that we can better understand and then make good decisions from there about how we're going to control ourselves. So the red zone has to do with feelings like being very angry or mad, being very scared, being terrified of something. Maybe you are yelling or you're hitting. So your energy is really up high. And I would say at this point, we're pretty much going to be out of control. So we're at the end of the spectrum where it's emotions are very, very big. Feelings are very, very big. You can also have like extreme happiness where you're just elated. Not something we usually feel either, because that's kind of a rare feeling to be that happy. And like I said, out of control. So when someone is really, really upset, like if someone's really hitting and screaming and yelling, then you bet, out of control, they're in the red zone. So once again, I'm going to ask you guys, maybe you can give me your thumbs up at home. Is it okay for me to have a feeling that goes in the red zone? If you give me a thumbs up, you're right. Is it okay if I have feelings that are in the yellow zone sometimes? If you nodded your head, you're absolutely right. It's perfectly okay to have all of these feelings. We all have them. Now, that we reviewed those colors and what they mean, so how about we start and put some pictures up here, okay? So I will share with you this picture. How do you guys suppose he feels? I can see maybe he's kind of grinding his teeth and he's going like this. He's making a fist and he's got two fists and it looks like maybe he's shaking. I would describe him as frustrated. And for those of you guys that can read it, excellent. He's frustrated. Now, I don't think that that would fit in our blue zone. I think frustrated would probably be best where, you guys. So frustrated is kind of like you're beginning to feel like there's a problem, right? You're kind of noticing something is not feeling good to you. It's not right. I would put that in our yellow zone. Don't you guys think? Maybe yellow? Frustration can also go in the red zone when you're really frustrated. So some of these same feelings can go in multiple zones. And that's okay. We'll figure those out. Okay? So I'm going to put frustrated up there. Let me choose another one. How about this one, guys? Happy. Yep. He looks happy. Do you guys remember where something like that might go? If you said the green zone, you're right. Happy. He's in the green zone. It's right where we want to be. All right, let's try the next one. Oh. Sick. He is sick. It looks like maybe he's coughing, has a headache or something too. Do you guys remember where we might put a feeling like sick if we had to organize it into our zones of regulation? If you said sick, where your energy's kind of down and you don't feel so good, you might be resting a lot more, maybe dragging a bit. You're right. It goes in the blue zone. Good for you. We'll put sick in the blue zone. Let's keep going. What about confused? Now, gosh, that's a feeling I have at times when I don't really understand something. Like if I'm in class and a teacher is explaining something and I don't understand, I feel confused. I'm not sure what to do. I'm not sure what's expected of me. Confused. Do you guys suppose we need to put confused in the green zone, or would it go in the yellow zone? If you guys said yellow zone, you're absolutely right. Because there's a little bit of a problem. This is not just that she's okay. Something is off a little bit, right? She's experiencing confusion. She doesn't understand what's going on, and she might need some help with that. So if you said put this one in the yellow zone, you would be right, guys. Now let's keep going. How about this one? Angry. I bet you guys know where that one goes, right? We usually associate a certain color with feeling angry. And if you said red, you were perfectly right. Red is when we're kind of out of control and our feelings have gotten really, really, really big. Let's see. How about uncomfortable? Where do you guys suppose we should put that? Now, uncomfortable. I suppose we could kind of put it here, but I don't know that I think of it as blue so much as I think of it as a yellow zone feeling word. Because comfortable would be here in the green zone. Uncomfortable would be maybe going toward yellow, right? But if someone said maybe blue, it could be right. There's no right or wrong, really. We can figure out a time when you would be feeling uncomfortable being in the blue zone. Maybe because your head hurts or you've hurt your leg. So not only are you feeling kind of down, but you might also be feeling uncomfortable. So you might have multiple feelings across the zones. It gets interesting and complicated, right? All right, how about elated? This person is super, super excited. Like maybe you're at a football game or something and your favorite team just scored and the whole crowd goes wild. That kind of energy and feeling, elation. If you labeled it already, you'd be right. That would be in the red zone because it's, again, a really big emotion, right? It's not kind of in this calm place. It's a big feeling again on the other end of the zone. So we're going to be in the red zone for that. How about, let's see. He just feels okay. Do you guys remember which zone was this? It's my favorite zone. Maybe yours too. Green. I like being here because this is where I learn the best. So if I'm in a place where it's time for me to learn, I like to get myself into this zone so that I know I can focus and I can think about what is being taught to me. All right, let's keep going, guys. Oh boy. Out of control. I bet you guys already know, huh? Out of control, a really big feeling. She's not managing what her feelings are at this time. So we know that that feeling goes all the way here in the red zone. She's out of control. We've been that way too sometimes, huh? I've been that way. I bet you can think of a time that you've been out of control. Maybe you were being really silly or playful and it just went really, really, really far. Sometimes that happens. Is it okay that you felt out of control? You're right. It is okay. And it's okay that I've been out of control as well. We're all human beings and we all have these feelings. We all have lots of feelings in all these zones, sometimes at the very same time. So it's okay. Let's keep going, guys. I want to put on, how about this one? A good listener. When do you guys need to be a good listener? Can you think of a time when adults asked you guys to be good listeners? Yeah, if you were like me, I was thinking about school in the classroom. That's a place where I really need to be a good listener, right? So I'm going to put a good listener in the green zone because I know this is the zone where I am ready to learn. Everything is a-okay. I'm calm. I'm relaxed. I'm in a good space physically. I feel fine. I'm doing okay. I can be a great listener and I can focus. Nice work. If you're doing this along with me at home, thank you. How about this one, you guys? What if I'm feeling tired? He's yawning. So tired. His energy's coming down, right? You see it? Do you know where I'm going to go put him? If you guessed the blue zone, you'd be perfectly right. Excellent. Tired goes there. Now, what else? Let's see. Let's find another one. How about if you're feeling embarrassed? Gosh, I've been embarrassed before too. I bet you have too. It's a pretty normal feeling. So embarrassment would fit, are you feeling okay when you're embarrassed? Not quite in the green zone, huh? It's just a little bit off. And I think maybe putting it in the yellow zone could be a good idea. You're embarrassed. Not quite feeling good, but you're not out of control. But you're not having an okay feeling either. Something is off. Something. How about sad? That's a feeling we all have, right? Yeah. I've been sad really recently because I can't see my students at school. I've been feeling sad because I can't see family members and I can't give hugs and show them my love the way I like to. That's made me feel kind of sad. And I know that that's a feeling. When I have it, I'm in the blue zone. That's where sadness goes. So this is kind of nice. I'm already kind of getting a sense for what the blue feelings are like, what the green zone feelings are like, what the yellow zone feelings are like. Looks like we have some more. Let's see what else we can put in our red. In our red zone. I'm gonna move my book here, guys. Jealous. Do you guys know what jealous means? Jealous means when you want something that somebody else has. It could be anything. Attention, or maybe something somebody else owns. It could be you want that feeling someone has towards someone else. That's what jealousy is. And this feeling is not a good one in the green zone. This one belongs more in the yellow zone. So jealousy is kind of a little notice to us that something is wrong, something is making us feel not so good. And it's a feeling that we can put here in the yellow zone because we still have time to make some changes if we wish. Now let's see, what else can we do here? How about mad? Mad is a feeling that I bet we all go through fairly frequently, right? We get mad. It's okay to get mad. It's totally normal. What you do when you get mad, now that's another question. But is it okay that we feel this way? Absolutely. So mad, though, we're not in our green zone. We're not in yellow. We're definitely upset at this point. We're angry. We're mad. We're going to put it right there in the red zone. All right, friends, let's keep going. What else? Maybe we can do, oh, I love this word. Content. Content means everything is okay as it is. You can't really think of anything else you'd want differently. You wouldn't change much. You're okay with everything as it is. Yeah. And that's the feeling of being content. I love that word. And content, like you probably have guessed, would go in our green zone because that's where everything is just right. Just the way we like it to be. All right, my dear friends, let's do one more. And then we'll take a pause. Now this one is silly. Do you guys remember what silly would be? I would put silly in the yellow zone. I guess if you go really, really far out, we could also put it in the red zone depending on just how silly somebody is being. But I would guess just to start, we would put silly in the yellow zone. But again, you guys remember, if you have a reason where you can think, oh gosh, I think that really goes in the red zone, that's okay. Talk to a grown-up near you about it. I bet you guys will figure it out together talking about it. So here are some of the pictures I put up already. And next time that I get together with you guys for our next video, we will continue to do the same thing where we're identifying pictures and putting them in the zone. I would love it if you guys could do this for me at home. Whether you color a piece of paper, or if you have colored paper, you need 4 pieces of paper, right? And I want you guys to copy the colors I have here. So you're gonna have blue, green, yellow, and red, right? And I'd love for you guys to maybe look at magazines or newspaper that comes to your house and start cutting out pictures of people's faces and their expressions, and see if just from the picture alone that you cut out, if you can figure out a way to organize them into the zones of regulation. So can you find some faces that show people that are having emotions in the blue zone? Can you find some pictures of folks that look like they're having feelings in the green zone, in the yellow zone, in the red zone? So that would be a really fun thing to do, and talk to your family members about it. And then talk about maybe a time when you had a feeling like sadness. What happened to make you feel that way? What were some of the things that you felt? You know, when I was sad and I felt like I was gonna cry, I was so sad. Sometimes I would feel like a lump in my throat. Do you guys remember feeling that too when you've been sad? My eyes might tear up, I might cry. My cheeks might feel really warm. I might kind of hang down my head and look downward because I'm feeling sad. Those are the kind of things my body does, and those are the feelings I feel inside when I'm here sad in the blue zone. So maybe you guys can think of a feeling and what led to that feeling when you had it. Maybe you can think of a time when you were feeling just perfectly content in the green zone. Maybe mom or dad or a sister or brother can talk to you about a time they felt jealous or confused or embarrassed. And of course, the red zone, a time when something made you feel really angry, or a time when you were elated, or a time when you felt totally out of control, because it happens. So anyway, guys, try some of those activities, and we will talk some more about identifying the words that we use to describe feelings. So these feeling words are going to be really important, and see if you can identify it in yourself and figure out what zone you're in. So I'll tell you guys with me before I leave now, before I was going to come to talk to you guys, I was feeling a little bit nervous. So I was kind of here in the yellow zone. But once we started doing the video and I kind of got going, I could feel that I was more back in the green zone, and I was feeling pretty okay and content talking to you guys. And that's where I am right now. So you guys can talk to your grown-ups in your life about what zone they're in, what zone you're in, and maybe you're in more than one zone right now, and talk about those feelings and give name to the feelings that you're having. I look forward to seeing you guys for our next lesson, and have fun. Enjoy your day. I'll see you guys soon. Take care. Bye-bye.